How do I get my puppy to sleep in till 8 a.m.? At the moment, she gets up at 5 a.m. and doesn't go back down. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys. Truth time. Who got a new puppy during quarantine? If you got a new puppy during quarantine, I want you to drop a thumbs up in the comments. If you too adopted a brand new puppy during quarantine, give me a thumbs up in the comments. Because I can tell you, I am fostering a new puppy during this quarantine, and getting puppy to sleep until 8 a.m. was my biggest success. But let's go over it. Okay, so if you did get a new dog during quarantine, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. I want to go over quickly as well, just a few tips to help with this process. I have 3 rules that I want you to follow if you've got a new dog during quarantine. And this is just going to help you not only set your dog up to be, yay, congrats, Cheryl, on your new dog. I don't want you to think of this as an opportunity to just kind of like enmesh your life with your dog, because we have to remember, everyone, at some point, we will be going back to our real lives. So these 3 rules that I'm going to give you will just help you to set up a clear foundation for this new dog that's in your home during this kind of weird time where we're home all the time and have unlimited time to dedicate to our dog. This is also going to help me answer this user's question who has a puppy waking them up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't even think my brain works that early. I think at like 5 a.m. I'm still sleeping, dreaming. I don't know, not working. So anyways, here's what we want to do. First thing first, if you got a new dog during this quarantine, I need you to set up a schedule. You have to have a schedule. Please create a routine. Routine is important for all of us, especially us humans. It helps keeps us grounded and helps keep us in tune, especially during chaotic times like this. So if you don't have a routine yet, having a new dog can really help to establish that routine. If you're dealing with a new puppy in your home, a quick routine that I use is a 2 on, 2 off schedule. I actually created a quick infographic schedule, which I posted yesterday during my Instagram takeover. So if you check back through the Instagram stories on the Dogo app, Insta, you will see that infographic that I created for an appropriate puppy schedule. It's 2 on, 2 off, 2 hours awake, playing, 2 hours in the crate, napping. Nap time is so important for your dogs, you guys. Literally, the first week that we were home all the time and not working, my dogs looked at my husband and I like we had 3 heads. They were like, what is wrong with you people? When are you gonna leave? We legitimately need to take a nap. Please go away. Your dog is used to sleeping 19 hours out of the day. And oftentimes if we're home, they can't do that. They're so overwhelmed and so excited by our presence that they can't find time to nap. So even if you don't have a puppy, putting your dog in another room to create alone time is very important to help them be able to nap and also to help them be able to learn how to self-soothe. So if you adopted a new dog, this is also important because at some point when we go back to work or I don't know, go out on a date with our friends or a significant other for a couple of hours, what are we going to do with our dog? They're going to have to be left at home alone. And that's not something that they're used to. So try to create space. That's rule number 2. Create space from your new dog. Give them time alone, whether it's you putting them in another room or leave them at home and go for a drive. Just literally get in your car and go to the Starbucks drive-thru. That'll take you an hour. I seriously went to the Starbucks drive-thru yesterday, guys. Okay, quick sidebar. Went to Starbucks drive-thru yesterday, and I was literally in line for 30 minutes. It was nuts, but it was so worth it because I got like a venti, delicious, obnoxious Frappuccino drink, and I was really proud of myself. But if you waited 20 minutes, you would have done it too. But that's a great trip, right? So go get yourself a coffee, leave your dog at home alone, create space. They need to learn how to comfort themselves, right? It's very important for a new dog to learn how to self-soothe. And with you home all the time, they're looking at you. They don't feel good. They feel uncomfortable, and they're looking at you to make them feel better. They're like, oh my gosh, please, you're here. Thank God you're here. Can you please make me feel better? And that's a problem because we're not always going to be here, okay? So rule number 1, create a schedule. Rule number 2, create space. Make your dog self-soothe. And then rule number 3, which I know you're all doing, train, train, train. Please train your dog. They need mental exercise. They need mental stimulation. I don't know if you caught our last webinar, but I gave you guys a bunch of awesome DIY games that you can make at home with your dog. So give them a puzzle to do. Give them something to challenge their mind. Training counts, but for not more than 15 minutes, right, everybody? Right? No more than 15 minutes training? Okay, cool. So if you're having trouble with a new puppy, getting them to sleep in, having your puppy go from sleeping until 5 o'clock in the morning till sleeping till 8 o'clock in the morning, that's a big time gap. You're asking your dog to learn to hold it for 3 more hours. That's an impossibility. So what we have to do is build it up gradually. So if you have a puppy that's waking you up at 5 a.m., next time, make them wait until 5:30 before you open the crate and take them out. Then, for a few days, then push that till 6 a.m. for a few days. Then push that till 6:30 a.m. for a few days. Eventually, your puppy will stop waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning with the expectation that you're going to take them out. We have to teach them to build and learn how to hold their bladder. But we can't expect them to go from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. like that. It's impossible. So do it gradually. This goes for leaving your dog alone too, right? We can't expect them to be okay with us being gone for 15 minutes at a time to go get a coffee and, 5 hours when we start going back to work normally and we have a dog walker coming in. Yeah? So build that time gradually. Make longer runs. Do as much as you can. Literally drive around your block for an hour. Listen to a really good podcast. Do something that's going to help your dog learn how to build up that time, especially if you have a new dog. It's so important, you guys. So 3 rules if you just got a new dog during quarantine, right? I'll say them one more time. Schedule, schedule, schedule. They need a schedule just like you need a schedule. Mandatory alone time. They have to learn to self-soothe and challenge their brain. Brain exercise is more important than physical exercise. So make sure you're challenging your dog's mind just as much as you're challenging their body. Here's a fun tip. I just created some obstacles in my home for my dog so that I could get his bodily energy out. So there's no reason why. I know because I saw a video post the other day. There is an over cue on the Dogo app. Teach your dog how to jump over stuff. That's great physical exercise. Even if it's just your leg for now, and then eventually it's a stack of toilet paper and you're making awesome TikToks. Just do it. Do the training and get your dog some exercise that way, in a way that's not only physical, but mental, right? Because we're challenging their mind.